So we're here with the lady of the moment, Miss Shakael Hann. Where are we here, Shakael Hann? Where is this that we're?
This is New Life Tabernacle in Bogwalk, St. Catherine, right under the bridge near Shakael River. That's where we are.
What is Arms of Grace?
Okay, Arms of Grace is a organization that deals with underprivileged, impoverished children who live in probably inner city type communities. Some of them may not go to school regularly, some of them you have few who have dropped out, and some might have gotten pregnant. There's all sorts of situations that they're in. So we come in to assist them in those areas. So almost every area that the child has an issue, we will try to see how best we can assist them. And so we have our thing called RISE, Reach Independence, Sustain Empowerment. So we want the child to be able to stand and fend for themselves at the end of the day. So we are working with them that at this stage of their life, as teenagers, as basic school children and primary school children, that they are able to understand that these things they can grow up and be able to harness or hone for themselves. So we do, in the schools, we have done feeding programs where we give them grocery bags. So we cater to each need. So maybe a child needs a bit more of certain things, so we give them the grocery bags with those particular things in there. And we give them hygiene things as well.
Wow.
So we ensure that the child is well taken care of as much as possible. We go to the extent where we find out if the child is probably sick or some other major thing is happening with them, and we find out how we can put in for them and so on. For example, one child needed a wheelchair. So we went out of our way and we got some persons from Florida, a medical association from Florida, and we got a wheelchair for that child, and so we're able to help that child. That child has cerebral palsy, and he was quite excited over that. And we have helped other persons in getting medication. Few persons will get medication. We started out, we're helping a teenage boy who had lupus.
Wow.
Right, we had lupus. So we would assist in getting him the right foods that the doctor was saying that he should be able to have, and so on. So we're assisting in that area. We do Christmas treats.
Yes.
Right, and that they get the gifts and the grocery and the hygiene stuff, and we just do everything in one that we do throughout the year. That's what we do there. We have Easter bonanzas. They get the bun and cheese. We talk to them about Christ and the season and so on. We do what you call it now, back to school initiatives. I mean, we go to our way with persons from abroad or organizations from abroad giving us stuff and say, here are bags for these kind of children, here are books for these kind of children. And we even get books from other organizations that helps with like literature and reading and those kind of things. So we have set up a reading program with one of our teachers that's a part of the Arms of Grace. So she's in the process of putting that together, and we have assisted in that area. We have Read Across Jamaica. We are a part of that. So we go into the different schools, and even the homes, they get a lot of help from us because we go in and mentor them, we're going and we do all the programs with them and so on. And there are times when we invite them out to on the grounds where we are now to be a part of it. And those children are like my babies. Especially, all of the children are my babies, right? I love them dearly. I know them in and out and everything. Sometimes the parents come to me and they're like, you're not having this, you're not having that, what's going on, what's happening, and so on. So I've built a rapport with all of them.
I also heard about, through the grapevine, I heard about Christmas in February. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Okay, you heard about Christmas in February. Well, through Samaritan's Purse, they have a program called Operation Christmas Child. And so we have decided to join with them to do that program. So what is going to happen? It's not necessarily Christmas in February, because you can give gifts any time of the year. You can speak about God any time of the year. But in February, we're not having a Christmas tree per se. In February, we're having something extra special for these children. So they're going to get their shoe boxes of gifts. So it will be mixed with a little public clothes or shoe, and it will have a little back to school stuff. It will have a little hygiene stuff. It will have a little toy and stuff like that. So it's a mix of things will come in there. And then we will just add to that. We just add our little touch to that. And so we're trying to set up a whole program. We're not certain yet how we're going to set that up, so I won't elaborate on that. But that is one thing that we have in store for them. And then through our church, New Life Tabernacle, we are thinking of having optical. So we're not sure the time yet, but that is in the pipeline. Certain things are there already, so we just bring it to the forefront and then we play it out.
Tell us about your affiliation with this church.
Okay, my affiliation with this church is that it's my family's church.
Okay.
I'll put it that way.
Beautiful.
And so I grew up in this church. I was there, it basically started when I was born.
Wow.
And so by the time I was 12, I gave my life to Christ, because I was just involved in everything. I mean, I was the one who locked up church, basically, from I was born.
You're the top usher.
Right, top usher, yes. I did that, and I was involved in every single thing in this church. So at the end of the day, when I decided to have this type of organization and spoke to the relevant persons, they were excited about it, and the only thing they said to me is, ensure that it's not contrary. And I said no, because this is what we will do, this is where we will stay. We will meet the needs of those persons who you are not meeting, because you can go as far as, any organization can go as far as, you can't do everybody. So, and there's always the forgotten people. So we have gone in and really looked for those type of persons. And so when we spoke to the church and they saw the start of everything, they were very excited afterwards.
Beautiful. What is it that you hope to accomplish, let's say, in the next 10 years? Where do you see Arms of Grace?
Well, in the next 10 years, I expect to see Arms of Grace kind of associating with some other of the bigger organizations, so that we can put on, well, not more elaborate, because the fanfare is not what it is, but to put on more intense, if I could use that word, more intense activities, and really go out and search for those children that must get the help. Because when I see certain things, sometimes I might say, all right, CDA needs to intervene, or I might say the police need to intervene, or I might say, so as I said before, I'm an anonymous person. So when I see certain things, I might not take it on at the same time, but I will take it on, and I will probably say something, and I walk away. That's what I would do. So I want to take on some of that role. It's a big responsibility, but want to take on some of that role where we get the children the help that they need. Because as I say, we assist the children's home, and what we hear in there is what is going on out there. And so a lot of things are not being addressed, right? And then just to see the children hungry, just to see the children sad, just to see the children not able to progress as they should. As I said before, rise, reach independence, sustain empowerment. That is what we want for our children. We've got quite a number of persons on board with us. So one was the MP, Dita Natalie Garvey. She gave us some gift baskets, bouncer boats and few tents and so on. So we're grateful for that and happy for that. Then in terms of products, oral care products, we have Colgate and Crest and Oral-B being two of the main persons who came out with their products to give the children. Then we have Facey that gave us Viva flavored water. We had Surge that gave us juices and milk products and so on. And of course we have the media house, Studio 99, that's here working alongside us. And beside me we have this lovely lady. She's from Beauty Smells. Yeah. And you see she has a lovely smile, so she named it right. Right. She's one of the dentists that has been working with us, and I went and saw the work that she was doing, and I was quite pleased with what she was doing. The children were quite happy with her and everything. She managed to calm them and keep them quiet, and she got the work done. And she had her lovely assistant with her. His name is?
Mr. Thomas.
Mr. Thomas.
Miss Colleen O'Connor.
And Miss Colleen O'Connor. So they worked well with us, and we have the Wooleries that assisted us. Jodie Woolery, or Sasha Woolery, she is the one who assisted. She did her dentistry finished her dentistry just the other day with distinctions and everything, and she works with a company that has a branch here in Linstead, Sam's Dental, right? So she decided to offer her services, and we're happy that she's able to do that because she is not just a member of this community, the Bogwalk community, but she's a member of the church as well. So she's a product of the church, and she has decided that she wants to give back. Mega Marketing, they gave us some biscuits and so on. Elite Performance, they gave money-wise and so on. Everything Fresh was here, is here. And they gave the children yogurt and cheese and fruit, and they had up their sign with all the benefits and everything. So that was a good treat right there. I love the yogurt that they have there, an Australian name that it has.
Wow.
But I love the yogurt. That's my favorite thing.
And I guess it's good for the teeth too as well.
Right, it's calcium and other things that are associated with that. Very good for the teeth and so on. So the children were quite pleased with that. I was quite pleased with that. The yogurt especially, I didn't know that they had that type of yogurt that was in all their stores, they said. Sometimes you don't take note of certain things. Now I know, so I will be going to the supermarkets and buying, most definitely. And I will be looking for everything fresh products. I will be doing that. There is industry, they gave us 3 tins of cheese. Thank you.
They gave you three tins, and that's a lot of cheese.
That's a lot of cheese, right. And so Earth Core, they had given us natural toothpaste. So, and we got tongue scrapers from them. So that is nice from them to see. So it's a good initiative that we have put on, and we have gathered as much sponsors as possible.
And we got to understand that the SDC did play a big part.
Right, SDC. Hats off to SDC. Hats off to SDC. They were behind me 24/7. Miss Kirsten, right, and Mr. Erskine. Mrs. Wright, she is for the SC person for Bogwalk. And so knowing that I'm in Bogwalk doing things, she was just neck and neck. Or even further ahead of me in things and say, have you got this done? What is the next initiative are we going to do with you? How we're going to work this out? I love what you're doing, and they're very concentrated on what I am doing, and very grateful and thankful that we have pushed out for such thing. And for this day, they have been saying, job well done, because even though the day seems bleaky, the day has been very fun and very productive. Yes, has been very, very productive.
So the SDC
And
actually supports and looking forward to supporting Arms of Grace.
yes, definitely.
In all the initiatives to come.
Yes,
And they're looking forward for you to make that call.
right.
Very nice.
Right,
very
definitely.
nice.
And I left out, there's one other, Aqua Life Hydration. They're fairly new company that does water. And so they gave us several boxes of water. They gave us several boxes of water. Yes, Nation's Choice.
Wow.
They came with a box of burger and a box of corn, sweet, right, corn on the cob. And I thought they weren't going to turn up any at all, because when I spoke to them before, they said they're not sure because they don't know how the deliveries are going to go.
Wow.
But nonetheless, they came and we got what we're getting. So
Say the name again.
Nation's Choice.
Nation's Choice.
Yes.
Okay. What Nation's Choice do? Talk to us about
Nation Choice, they do a lot of meat stuff, and their extra stuff is corn, mixed vegetable, and the burgers. Right, so, and they do shrimp as well, so they have a special going with shrimp. So you can check out Nation Choice website and see the special that they have, prizes and surprises for them in that regards and so on.
And so you stretch forth a arm of grace.
Right, I stretch forth an arm.
Thank you for
Right,
coming in
right.
and having a chat with us,
You're welcome.
Miss Shakael Hann.
Thank you.
And I hope that you continue to do the good work that you're doing.
Yes, thank
Thank you
you.
very much.